Off with Travel Ball Select. I am joined by PJ Garcia, head coach of MVP Hooks out of California. And he is joining us today because we have named his team, his 11-year-old team, the number one 11-year-old team in the entire country. PJ, congratulations. And how does this make you guys feel?
Makes us feel like our hard work paid off. Last year was a rough year. At the end of the season, we, had a tough finish at the Elite World Series, but this year boys came out hungry and we had a great season. We had a great finish to the season.
You guys played in the Elite World Series. You went up against the mid-season number one and the preseason number one Prime Baseball. You guys matched up with them in the finals. Talk a little bit about that game and how that transpired.
Well, talk about a great baseball game, man. It was back and forth. Prime's a great baseball team. We played them in Texas, and we came back. We came to the Elites with a little chip on our shoulder. We got a chance at him. It was a great baseball game. Fifth inning came around, and I don't know, man. The last 2 months of the year, the fifth inning, we had some magic happen in a lot of our games, and a couple things fell in, and we hit a big 3-run homer, and it kind of sealed the deal. But it was a great game. Prime's a heck of a team, and Tony does a great job over there with those kids.
Yeah, he was our preseason and our midseason number one team. So no shame in losing to you guys, because you guys end up being our midseason number two team. And talk about, when did you know that you had a special group here? At what point? Was it last year? Was it early this year? Talk a little bit about that, when you realized you guys had something special going on.
Well, you gave me goosebumps here, Rick. After our last fall tournament, we played in Arizona. We had a great run. We played that Knights Elite team in the championship. It's a good game, and we beat them.
Very good team.
And we beat them. And after that, I had a good feeling because we beat them, and we were missing 3 of our guys. We were missing our big hitter, Monster Victorio. I had just picked up another pitcher to add to our arsenal, Andy Liu. And then we had also picked up another center fielder, and he's a lefty pitcher, Robbie Hollingsworth. So going into the spring, I felt really good. I had talked to Rudy Casillas and Rod Moreno, and going into the season, man, felt really good. I liked where we were at. All of our kids have the work ethic that we preach and we push. And we started playing, man. Locally, we just played 12U major, and that was huge for us, because every time we went to an 11U tournament on the road, we were very well prepared and ready for top-notch pitching.
So that brings up a question: is you guys are more or less up in the Bay Area in California. You're not down in the hotbed down in Orange County down there. How hard is it for you guys to find competition to play in that area up there?
It's pretty hard, and our age bracket, it's difficult here. It's a little funny. We have some really good teams. For me, I just like to challenge the kids, and that was why we played up. We played all we really did locally was play 12U major, and we played in the Super NITs. We faced some really good pitching, and it wasn't necessarily that the competition in our age bracket wasn't good. It was just that we wanted to challenge our kids and play up and get ready for the big tournaments. So the 12U major level here is really good. We saw some great pitching all year. And again, I think that really prepared us for the stretch run.
So you realize you guys got a great team. Playing locally is a little bit of a challenge unless you play up. So you decide to hit the road. You guys end up playing in Texas. You guys go to Nevada. You guys go to Florida. Talk about how important it was for your parents to kind of buy into what you guys were doing and what you're trying to accomplish.
Well, obviously everybody that does travel ball knows parents are a big deal of it. They're a big part of it because, as we all know, travel ball is expensive. I was very fortunate with the parents I have. Not only were they all in financially, even though it was hard at times. I'm a very intense baseball coach. I love it. It's a passion. But the parents, they let me coach. They didn't step in. They didn't get mad when little Timmy was getting yelled at, being held accountable for the actions. But also the parents bought in, financially, and it's expensive. It's not cheap to fly out of the Bay Area And, I thank the parents dearly, because if it wasn't for them, none of this would happen. And I made sure after every tournament, our boys would look at our parents and thank them, because without them, none of this could happen.
What did you contribute the biggest part of your success to during the season? What do you contribute that to?
Man, honestly, the kids and their work ethic. So I have a great coaching staff in Hector Moreno and Robbie Hollingsworth. And we push these kids, man. I'm telling you, we practice at a local high school to get ready for the leads, because they have a field just like the Space Coast complex. So we practiced there, and the high school coach there was like, man, you guys are running like a high school level practice here, and just the kids and their work ethic and how they get after it. I mean, it's enjoyable from my view, and the best compliment as a coach we get is when other parents and other coaches from other teams come and talk about how well our kids play, how hard they play, and how well they're coached. So it's all on the kids, man. They do a great job. They buy in, and we get after it.
Well, being the number one team in the country, that's going to put a huge bullseye on your back when you go on to into 12U. How are you guys going to be ready for that?
I told them all this last year, like we already had the target on our back, and once we went to Texas and we knocked off a few wins there, the target got bigger then as well. I mean, we play local 12U teams here, man, and we're seeing everybody's dude. But going into next year, I think, it's just going to be the work ethic. We're just going to have to step it up a notch. I've explained to everybody on our team, next year, the kids are going to get bigger. It's a big maturity year for a lot of kids. And you'll see kids that were mid-size, and now they're, they've grown and they got stronger. So we're going to have to keep working and grinding and doing everything that we've done to be successful up until this point, plus some.
Well, we're excited to announce, we can let the world know now that the number one team will be at the TBS Nationals for 12U in Myrtle Beach. We're looking forward to having you. You're going to bring your 12U and your 10U team, correct?
Correct. That is the plan right now. The 12 and our 10U, we will be out there in Myrtle Beach.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing you. We're excited. Again, thanks for joining us, PJ. Congratulations on being the number one team.
Thank you, Rick.